Yo, what's good? My name is P-Way, and I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make y'all kicks bang, not wang.
P-Way did that.
Alright, so the first step to making your kicks hard, per se, is not to make them louder. That's a common misconception in the hip-hop or trap world, is that to make your kicks more profound or more noticeable, people will just go ahead and turn them up. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'll just turn my 808 up. It's not gonna do nothing to it. But what most of the time happens is people don't know how to EQ, and that turns into an issue for the artist, the rapper that will be on the beat, and that also turns into an issue for the producer because they're like, yo, why is my beat clipping? And why is it distorting all this extra stuff that I didn't have involved in the beat, and you're just lost at that point. So the main focus of this beat is going to be on the 808's. Obviously, it's from a sample. This 808 specifically is from a sample pack called Cashmere Trap. It's from Splice. I don't know if you guys know Splice, the Splice website. It basically has all the drum packs that you can ever want, and it's a really awesome website. It's great for finding new kicks, new 808s, new snares, all that stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna play the beat without this sample, and I'm gonna just play with the snare only. So here's what the kick sound like right now. This is EQ'd and everything. Actually, I'm gonna take the EQ off. All right, so this is blank 808s. Like, this is nothing. Like, I haven't done anything to it. I might have turned them down or up a little bit. I don't know, maybe a little volume adjustment, but nothing serious. All right, so here's what it sounds like. So we see that the 808s sound good like that, but they're not gonna stick out as much as we would want them to on like a trap beat or something like that you would want your 808s to like really smack. Like, if you want your 808s to really smack, it's close, but it's not what we're looking for. So when I turn the EQ on, what I've done is in Machine, which is this is the program I use. Machine is the EQ in Machine. If you know how to use the EQ, like if you use Logic or Pro Tools, whatever, what have you. If you know how to use the EQ, you kind of know that these are like the ranges and everything. You can kind of get the visual in your head. So they just have the knobs. Actually, I'm not sure if they have like an actual in the mixer. Yeah, no, it's just straight knobs. So Machine is just straight knobs. So you kind of got to play it by ear. You won't be able to see the analyzer or anything like that. You won't be able to get images that you can see to see where your beat is at. But I mean, you can do that in your external DAW, like Logic or Pro Tools or whatever. That's when you can really EQ the beat really well. So the first thing you want to do is get out any type of crunch noise, any type of high frequency noise, and that's gonna be obviously high to high mid. So you always turn down the high. I usually turn it down all the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and just set all these back to just about 0 to just go ahead and show you the difference of what it sounds like when you EQ it and everything. So this is what it sounds like. Right. So there's a little bit of a high. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but right at the beginning of the kick, there's like that immediate, like that initial, smack where it sounds like there's something hidden against it. So we're just gonna go ahead and take that all the way out. And what that'll do is it'll make it clearer, it'll make it deeper per se, it'll make it more of a sub kick. And it'll just take away that first initial, smack on the kick. that just shows that it'll just make your kick deeper and everything. It'll just make it easier for there won't be any competition in the high frequency. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't speak. All right, so bet. All right, so the high mid, we're gonna turn that down just a little bit, and you kind of want to play this by ear. And you don't want your kick to ever sound low passed. I mean, if that's what you're going for, you can do that. But I mean, your 808 shouldn't sound drowned out. Like it should still sound alive, and very. It should sound like it's still above the beat, or not above the beat, but like intertwined with the beat. It shouldn't sound like it's like below, drowned out, whatever. So now that we have the high mid turned down a little bit, we're gonna turn down the bottom end just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of boost to where it really starts slapping. We're not gonna turn that up too much because then we'll start to get clipping, and that's what you don't want. And clipping is basically like if you look at your meter, if you look at your master volume, and you see it's like going into the red. I mean, it's not always bad. If you can't hear any distortion, it's not gonna be too bad for you. I wouldn't suggest doing it if you're doing professional projects, but I mean, if it's going a little bit to the red and you don't hear any distortion, whatever, it's cool. But yeah, try and stay away from clipping. It'll help you out when you get into bigger tracks and have like 80s track projects and stuff like that. But anyway, all right. So the low to mid, I usually leave this right around 0. I might turn it down, turn it up just a little bit, just play it off of ear. Depending on what the track sounds like, and I usually go ahead and do it with the sample or the melody that I played. So this sample is very mid-heavy, which I mean most samples will be mid-heavy, or most melodies will be mid-heavy because I mean that's where you're gonna be playing it at. So when you the frequency is gonna be that the melody is gonna kind of go with the artist or the vocalist. It's gonna go with their lyrics. It's gonna go with their vocals. So it's gonna be in the mid range. So that's gonna be to like around here, which is why this is turned down. Because if you have this turned up, then it can possibly compete, depending on what type of kick or 808 you're using. It can possibly compete with that artist, depending on their vocal range and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this with it. Just to get a little bit of that punch right at the initial that I took away from here. I took it away from here so it won't compete at all. And I'm going to add it in with the low and mid. Again, watching clipping. Just making sure that it's not clipping. And that is all without any plugins, just straight EQs. Honestly, this is pretty much all you need to make any kick sound hard, no matter what you're doing, what type of music you're making. If you're making like R&B style beats, mellow hip hop, classic hip hop, whatever, you're not going to really use a whole lot of hard hitting 808s. You're going to use more of like a bass line layered in with a kick, with like a really punchy kick. 808s are more, these type of 808s at least, are more for like trap, club music, stuff like that. Stuff that's going to get people hype, whatever. So, yeah, so that's pretty much how you make your 808 sound gritty and hard. For any added effect, you can always go, these are just like the stock plugins. Sometimes I go in and I'll add a little distortion, and this just makes it, because all that sound, the SoundCloud, whatever, like the SoundCloud rappers, they really like that like gritty, nasty, trashy sound. Like it sounds like it was made in somebody's basement. So what you do is you just give it a little bit of distortion. The machine is really straightforward too. Like these knobs, like once you get the hang of these, it's pretty easy to go off of. So You just turn the mix down a little bit. Appreciate it. I'm a small channel, so I mean, I can do these type of videos pretty often. If y'all want, just let me know. I can, if y'all have any requests on how to do anything, all my machine users, machine gang, if y'all need to know anything, how to do stuff in machine, how to, you know, make your snares sound like this type of snare, make your percussion sound like this type of percussion, how do you make this type of beat, you know, whatever. If you have any questions on any of the beats that I've made, on how I made them, let me know. I'll make a video on that. And but yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate y'all, and yeah, peace.